Bahatisha ushinde. Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings Account for a chance to win many prizes. KCB, for people, for better.
Agatin chitap kalenjin eng witugulole imite itagat eng logoiwekab emet kong'ete Kass TV eng orichitab tetutieng'ung nebo tililindo. Kainenyu ko Chesankaro Sirma ako borostoindet nekimite tuwai eng oretab kabarunet ko Naomi Cherotich. Kitaune logoiwek chok ole tesetai kokimiti MP nebo Kiharu Ndindi Nyoro kole manyoru kelchin biikab emoni kobun aldaetab shares chebo Safaricom. Kosubkei ak Ndindi komite ng'ony mising beit nekialdae shares chotok kounotok konyolu kecheng olyet nekararan asikonyor kelchin serikali kobun aldaetab shares chotok. Mwait kole mite biik kipkopsopchigei chemochei kosikee kelchin shares chotok ole nyolu kisuldae aldaetab shares chotok eng oret netogunot asikoek kelchin eng biikab emoni.
You sold a narrative to Kenyans, a self-interested narrative, that the Safaricom share price at 34 shillings was being traded at an unimaginary premium. As late as last Friday, the share of Safaricom in the Nairobi Securities Exchange actually crossed the 34 shillings mark. So we are calling upon those people in government who are auctioning our assets for a song. A time has come when the markets themselves have betrayed you. And therefore it is now time that Kenya halts and suspends the sale of Safaricom shares to Vodacom immediately, because Kenyans are already buying those shares at a cheaper price in the market. And because we've been seeing those in government just dumping and they don't want to take responsibility to give credible feedback to Kenyans in terms of this transaction, I want to tell them this. We are giving you time to respond to issues that Kenyans are raising. And if people who are charged in negotiating for Kenyans will still continue to talk on behalf of the buyers, I am giving them this ultimatum today, that I am going to give Kenyans the contacts of the directors of Vodacom so that Kenyans can engage them directly on behalf of their 100 shares per Kenyan, which the Kenyan government is selling. So if the people in government cannot competently address the issues Kenyans are raising, Kenyans have their phones and they have the ability to engage our buyers in a competent discussion so that they stop taking Kenyans for granted. So it is important, everyone who is concerned, let's be patriotic for once. We cannot be self-interested in every single deal that is happening in Kenya. This is the largest in terms of quantum since our independence. And we are going to call for order and accountability and transparency in this transaction until the right thing is done. Because currently, what they are doing is self-interested transactions at the expense of Kenyans. Why are we perpetually paying for housing levy? Money that is never counted when it comes to owning a home. So even beyond the pay, the government must go ahead and actually remove some of these levies that have proven that they are actually not working for the economy. If you look at the construction sector, especially in 2024, it is very clear that the housing levy is not going in the same direction as the growth in the construction sector, basing on 2024. 2025 was different because, of course, there was already a decline in 2024. So even beyond that, I think Kenyans deserve also to have the cuts around housing levy, because initially, because we were out there when Kenyans started paying this levy was actually not supposed to be a tax. It was supposed to be a saving initially. But the government, of course, changed that to become a tax.
Ketesetai kokayai kambaket meng'ikab Sumbeywo eng Flax ainab koe konerekyin kit nemwoe kole mitei biik chekikorep mbaret nekikitobonchi teksetab sukul ole rirtoe kapkirwok akobo kit nemwoe kole koruchi komasta agenge eng kamang'unetab tilet anan ruling kit noto nekoityi koba koyai appeal. Kinyoru sirindenyo Isaac Ogei asikoarorwech logoiwechuto eng koindo.
Koai kambaget eng komasta noto nebo Sumbeywo nemite eng Flax eng Ainabkoi constituency kobor kaimetab meng'ikab komasatak bo Sumbeywo kosubkei ak kit noto nemwoe kole mitei biik aeng'u chotok chekikomuch korep mbaret noto nekikaitaban icheket eng noto nebo ketekyi sukulitab primary noto nebo Sumbeywo.
Eng keret nebo biikab imbar ko kimwoe kele mayai matil kibwoget yach eng oret nebo iman.
Walinunua shamba na kabla ya kupima for title deeds, sheria ya serikali ilikuwa public utilities iwe set aside. Wakaaji wa Sumbeywo waliketi chini wakaamua kupima mashamba na wakaweka kando ekari 22 ya shule ya Sumbeywo primary. Baada ya kuweka kando, shule ilianzishwa kutoka darasa la kwanza mpaka darasa la 3. Tangu 1889 wakati shule ilipobomolewa ikiwa class 3. Tumepambana, tumeenda kotini, koti ya kwanza kupitia ile mabarua ambayo ofisi ya education kupitia member of the family aliyekuja kusimamia upomozi wa shule. Mpaka sasa bado tunapambana kutafuta haki. Ilifika wakati National Land Commission walikuja mpaka ground, wakakutana na wakaaji wote, walifanya investigation yao na thibitisho ilionyesha kuwa ripoti yao, their final finding was shamba ni ya shule ekari 22.
Kamwa icheket kole nganda kikotestai kesinotok eng kapkirwok eng kasarta nekoi kokoit kimong'olutiet anan ruling nekoruchi komasta agenge.
Fika wakati wa kutoa uamuzi, charge huyo akaondolewa, akaenda transfer. Charge mwingine akaingia. Hakusikiza ushahidi wa any member. Wakili alipotaka aliyetoka atoe uamuzi kwa sababu ni yeye alisikia kesi, the new judge alikataa, akasema ataendelesha kesi. Iliyotustajabisha ni kuwa alipotoa uamuzi wake tarehe 5, ukisoma vile proceedings ziliendelea na uamuzi wake vile ilitoka, hakuna uhusiano hata kidogo.
Kamwa icheket kole kokoba kapkirwok koyai appeal asikobit kiwekchigei kasetab kirwokonotok ole moche serikalitab emoni kochutyi orit asikobit kotoret icheket ketil ak kimong imanit kotinygei ak mbaranotok.
So tunaposimama watoto wanahangaika. Kutoka Sumbeywo, the nearest school is about 7 kilometers away to Flax primary. Ukiteremka Chepkong'ony uko chini ni mbali kushinda hata Flax. Watoto wameteseka, na ombi letu kwa serikali, already tumeweka appeal. Apili nayo tunapanga kuendelesha apili yetu, na ombi letu kwa serikali yetu kuu watusaidie kuhakikisha kuwa haki inatendeka.
Kong'etika taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Ogei.
Haki yetu! Haki yetu!
Ketesetai ak logoiwek ko kwa barak koitetab kipsomaninik eng sukulitab Kipkombot Primary nemitei kebeberta nebo bunge nebo Masop eng county nebo Nandi kosubkei ak toretet kobun kanisetab AIC ole kokoit 155 kipsomaninik eng sukulinoto kong'ete kipsomaninik 20 kikabit kaimutik cheechen eng sukulinoto kot koit koisto sigik lagok eng kosubkei ak toretonoto bo kanisetab AIC kotesetai kolonyei koitetab kipsomaninik yarorwech koindab logoiwechutok sirindenyo Cornelius Keter.
Kong'ololi eng sukulitab AIC Kipkombot Primary nemitei eng kot neking'atyi ng'atutik nebo Mosop eng kasarta nekaikochin toretetab ng'echerok koboto amitwogik komwa bishop nebo kanisetab AIC Nandi area Moses Serem kole kichang uinwek chekibune sukulinoto kiit nekikakoba ng'uny koitetab kipsomaninik eng sukulinoto ole kale kiikochi kanisetab AIC kochutyi akokoch toretet eng kibagenge ak stakeholders alak.
Kingekas akobo kiit nekiu ak tuguk chekibune ak lagok chengeringen chekitindoi ko kitiny muguleldonyu anyo skulinitok ako kinyaker ale man mi tuguk cheuen chebune lagochu ko kikibwat ketou keibu beek sikobit kechopchi lanchi ako ng'ete katoke ng'olionotok akere terchinet neo eng betutab rani ko abaibai amu kangeitu akere angot lagok tugul konet kotindoi uniform kimakotindoi atkinye kikere tuguk chechang chekokowalakis eng school kikere biik chechang kora chekotiny Jehova sikobit kora kotoret skulini. Ko nekamoche asom kokwet nebo Kipkombot ak chi age tugul nekitei mi skulit ale ingotiny mugulelwekyok kerikyi lagokyok kerikyi skulishekchok ketonon ak mwalimuinik che toreti lagokyok sikobit kekanabu skulishekchok kobwa barak.
Kamwa acting head teacher nebo sukulinotok Patricia Chelagat kole tab kotoige school feeding program eng kenyitab 2023 eng sukulinotok ko kikotesakis koitetab kipsomaninik kong'ete 20 akoi kipsomaninik 155.
We started by a very low population that was 20 in 2023. Currently we have a population of 155. When we had 20 learners in our institution, our school was not given the priority of having the JSS classroom. But now we have grade 7 and 8 in our school. They are 37 in number, and we thank God for that. Previously, most of them were absent because when they went home, they would not find something to take so that they come back to school. But nowadays, the population has increased and those learners take lunch from school. We don't have absent learners currently because most of our learners take meals in school.
Kosom Anest to biik chetindoi maget nemie anan well wishers kotakomongei akotoret sukulinoto kole takomokyingei toretet neo asikomuch kotestai kwa barak somanet.
Kilechini kongoi kaniset amu kondochin bishop amu the initiative nekikotekan eng ng'alekab amitwogik. Kondakinyoru biik chechang cheibu amitwogik kochang'aitu lagok amakoi rer amitwogik. Stakeholders tugul.
We would ask other stakeholders who are willing to take part of this initiative to kindly come up. We welcome all of us.
Nataka encourage community wasikae tu bure, bali waweze kutoa kitu kidogo kwa ajili ya hii shule ili whatever little that they are still lacking watoto waweze kupata.
Kong'ete taonitab Kapsabet eng county nebo Nandi, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Cornelius Keter.
Tesetai serikalitab county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet komitei eng kibagengeitab Simba Educational Ministries kokoitoi kanyoiset nemakiliponi eng tarik 8 arawetab 3 eng Sirgoit dispensary eng takchinetab kei nebo koker kele meng'ik chebo Elgeyo Marakwet ko kanyor kanyoiset kosubkei ak CC nebo kanyoiset eng Elgeyo Marakwet Monica Rotich kochang biik eng kokwatinwek chemengen ole u chametab kei nebo borwekwak ole wendi koeku kelchin neo kanyoisonoto eng meng'ikab county inoto. Kinyoru sirindenyo Andrew Kimeto asikoarorwech eng koindo.
Chechang eng mengikab county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet kobun kaimutik chechang chetinyegei ak mianwek cheterter ako tomo konyor toretet neititaat. Ne noto kakonamgei eun serikalit noto bo county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet komi eng kibagenge ak Simba Educational Ministries akotet medical camp netokchinigei chikilet ak kanyoisetab mianwek choto netetat keyai eng Sergoit dispensary eng tarik 8 arawani nyone.
The very common ailments are chest issues, hypertension. We have people with lumps, like people could be having breast lumps and a few other lumps, and they have not sought medical care. We have diabetes and several other, even cancer, and people may not know what is happening with them. Our people have a way of being very private about their medical issues, and going out to them will enable them to be screened and to be assisted even by way of referral to better facilities or even to higher medical care that they can receive, like here in Iten County Referral Hospital, and where complicated issues are there, we can still refer them to other facilities like MTRH, which is a level 6.
Kotinygei ak Jess Walt nebo kibagenge noto bo Simba Education Ministries komwa kole kikonyor toretet biik chechang chemiondos eng emet kosubkei ak medical camps cheterter chekikoyai eng kebeberwek choto alak eng emoni.
We've been doing a number of medical camps here in Kenya, and we're excited to now partner with the county government here, and we really just want to share love with people. And so the best way we know how to do that is to go to someone. And so with this partnership, we're going to the people to serve them. And we know that the county government has done an amazing job with that in the past. Now for us as Simba, we just want to come alongside them in this journey and help them succeed at the different objectives that they have going.
Kaikoito kurset CC noto bo county koityi mengikab komosata komongke eng betunoto asikonyor icheket toretetab kanyoiset.
I'm asking our people that whenever we have a medical camp, because they are free, we have support from partners, kindly come out and seek medical attention. There are people who work and they've had hypertension for a very long time and they've not come to seek medical attention. Such people may collapse on the way as they walk or as they go around their daily activities. So my call is that anytime we have a free medical camp, anytime you feel you are unwell, kindly visit a facility or come to the medical camps like this one that we'll have on 8th in Sergoit dispensary.
Yeah, so we've been doing a number of medical camps, and it's always amazing to see the turnout and people coming to these camps. When we go to people, they really show up, and so we want to also invite you guys to show up and be a part of this clinic. And we really see a lot of change and transformation in someone. When they show up and they receive a diagnosis or are referred to a hospital or can receive treatment there, it truly transforms their life, and then they can go on and continue to help out their families, to help out their children, and even help out their own communities.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Ketesetai ko kakoboibochi ine KMCA netai nebo warditab Nandi Hills eng county nebo Nandi Samuel Sawe teksetab oratinwek cheterter chetesetai kosuldae serikalitab President William Ruto eng county nebo Nandi. Amwa ine kole kokosuldae President William Ruto kayamiset ole tinye ine kayanet kole wendi Ruto koteche oratinwek tugul chekikoyamis ama itlet taimenyi noto ne tesetai. Kinyoru sirindenyo Nelson Tarbei ak logoiwek chuto eng koindo.
Kamwa ne KMCA netai nebo warditab Nandi Hills Samuel Sawe kole boibochin inendet kokosuldae President William Ruto kayamiset nebo kende lamit ortinwek cheterter eng county nebo Nandi.
Omi ortinwek yu cheketindoi chetesetai nguno, kitindoi oret neu nebo Maraba, kong'etegei Maraba kwo Kebeneti, kitinye ortinwek cheu Kubere, Meteite akoi tun Timborwa, kitinye eng ole Nandi Hills ketinye oret neng'ete Nandi Hills kwo Imagi, kitinye ortinwek kora cheu chemitei olimbo Nandi Mgwen olin kou Chemuswai, kongetege kwa Sironoi akwa akoi Kimondi. Kitinye Kaptel, Chomisha akoi Tuntenja. Kitinye Kapkatembo, Kaiboi akongete Kaiboi akoi Chepterwoi. Ortinwek chutochu cheechen kabisa. Angon keweke nimbo Tindiret kora kende oret netesetai nguno nekure Maraba, Tindiret akoi kotestai akoi estate kwa komong akoi Kericho.
Kabit nitok kokeny eng kasarta nechang ortinwek alake chekokebarasta tenda nebo kende lamet. Ole kere ine kole wendi nitok koeku kelchin neo eng meng'ikab county nebo Nandi.
Kitinye ortinwek kora chemeche sikotestai nguno oret neng'etege Nandi Hills kwa akoi Mugundoi. Oret netile korenyu yu kole atinye oret neng'etege Nandi Hills kora kwa Komut akoi Tun Savani. Oret nitok kora netesetai akende oret neng'ete kora Chepkumnya kwa Kobuchoi ak kwa akoi komong'chi olimbo Lem olimbo Kisumu. Kitinye ortinwek kimasta nin kora cheu chebo Mbogo Valley. Yoe boisiet chichi bet ak kemboi kitekse.
Kamwa ine kole boibochin kokeny tesetab tai nebo tetutik alak cheterter chetestai kosuldae President William Ruto. Mising ko teksetab sukulitab barak nebo Koitalel Samoei.
Angot ortinwek chomakikere sai uo tos kinde ko chito nikondo lamishek. Nga second term nenyi koketoroti boisionik kityo ngono kakere ale iku legacy neui chi koprekan eng tai yo.
Kounoto kotinye ine kanet kole wendi President William Ruto kosuldae kayamiset nebo kokanapta emoni akoi ole mitei emetab Singapore.
Okere tarbe ile kokosirwech lagok, kokosirwech mwalimuinik, okwai boisiet chichi neo kabisa akekere ndatikewani nafas kobangan Nandi akobangan Kenya kebendi komie kokinya Kenya kwanza. Kongoi kabisa.
Kong'etege county nebo Nandi logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyu ko Nelson Tarbei.
Ketesetai ak logoiwek ko inganda kiba eng keldo neranik aeng'u kobun komasta nebo Ole Ngurwani eng Nakuru akoi Nairobi asikocheng toretet kobun kandoindetab emet. President William Ruto komaimuch ichek kotuiyo ak president eng kit nekiyach kowek gaa. Ole eng nguni kotesetai ichek kobune kewelutik kosubkei ak Kevin Rono ak Amos Mutai kokikatil koba konyor President William Ruto kosom toretet kimeng'isiechi icheket ak biik alak chekikimong eng timdo nebo Mau eng kenyitab 2005 che eng nguni kale kobune nyalilda neo. Kinyoru sirindenyo Sylvester Rono asikoarorwech logoiwechuto eng koindo.
Maget nebo neranichoton Kevin Rono ak Amos Mutai ko kitindo rirek chekimoche kokochi president asikochutyi noton kobo konyor ole menye mising amun familia nenywan ko kebeberta nebo biik chekikokiuta en osnet nebo Mau en kenyit nebo 2009 ne agoi nguni kotomo konyor meng'otet.
Kikinama safarini akoi Nairobi. Koinge Nairobi State House komatabakenyoru support agetugul. Chito nekitoretech kot kenyoru president kandoindenyo William Samoei Ruto. Ko sikinam safarini ko support nekikimoche komakitinye ele kimenye.
Ale ae kityo ndamwechini president nyon William Samoei Ruto kotoretech. En chi nekase tugononyonet kotoretech some toretet.
Akot kounoton komaimukak konyor neranichoton president anan kokoito rirekwak. Ak kounoton kotesetai kokoito somet koityi president ak kandoikwak nebo kotoret koker kole kanyor ichek meng'otet ak mising kibwat biik tugul chekikokiuto ako tomo konyor meng'otet.
Chi nekase toretenyon nekimokyinigei koityi president, koityi governor, MP, MCA, kandoichon tugul chon kaswei support nenyonet. Osome kityo kelelen yache kingebendi safarini nyonet kimoche baketoret kyalwech mbaret kenyor ile kimenye kikuren gaa kenyor akechek kikemen town kong'eten 205. Echek komakitinye ile kimenye landit ako makitinye sigik.
Amwamwa ale challenges chekibun kijanaechu ko kikobwa komengechen kingakibwone en olin bo Mau ko kinyokobet sigindet Kevin kobetot ile kekonorchini kikibwoti kele muche konyor toretet ngamun kimatakonyor kosir ng'alechu kibo Mau ko kikibwoti kele yekokoityech ot olin bo Nairobi akotuiyo president komuche konyor toretet bichu.
Joseph Ruto ko agenge en kandoik kobun kebeberta nebo Kuresoi South ak somenyin kokoitita kandoik nebo kokusyi kong neranik ak mising kokosyi ichek rirekwak.
Chon kimwoe chebo manit ko kokokil serikali nito bo Arap Ruto kabisa kochengchi kijanaek nafas nebo kasisiek. kiker akine angen ale kikerchigei koker kole kakoromit kasi. So kit nekang'et kityo ko viongozi akichek kosib ng'alek chekoseten president en yu ako cascaden koit ele miten in barnotik asikomuch kosobcho barnotik. Amache amwa kouni kole en serikalit nebo Kenya ko miten levelisiek somoku chebo kasisiek chekitargeteni ana opportunities chebo youth chebo barnotik. Agenge komi nekebare kazi kwa ground.
Kosubkei ruto ko kakotestai neranik koboisien ortinwek cheterter kotieme kokoito rirekwak ne angot komaib kasarta kandoik nebo kokoshi ichek kowendi koibu asenet.
Kiokere yu kinye komong uprising nebo Gen Z kotibo kochut bunge ko ki time bomb nekiityol kityo at that time ako tom kobek takomiten tabu neu noto. Niokere anyun kijanaekyok ile nguni nyoru chito kosub ketit konyor attention kole kasub ketit 2 days anan kou chu kijanaechu oeng chu kong'et en ole nguruoni akoba kole kaba kocheng'at president en Nairobi kumwochi tabushekchwak amun kabet kandoinatet nekosyin ng'alekab vijana.
Kong'eten kaunti nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Akakoityin kosyinet konjinet kibagengeitab KEBS ak sukulitab Kiti asikobit kotoi kanetisiet nebo chobetab chumoinik cheityin kororonindo nemakat eng emoni ak emotinwek chebo sang. Yarorwech Sylvester Rono kaindab logoichuto.
Kasirchin kayonchinet nebo yaetab boisiet anan MOU sukulit nebo KITI en Nakuru ak kibagengeit nechigili kororonindo nebo tuguk anan KEBS. Ole kamwa managing director nebo kibagengeit noton Esther Ngari kole wendi niton kotoreti konyor chamchinet nebo beletab chumainik anan welding kipsomaninik kobun sukulit noton.
KITI produces welders, then Kenya Bureau of Standards will be certifying them. The certification we will be doing through our certification body will be based on 2 international standards, ISO IEC 9606, which is on the training, which is on the certification of welders, and ISO IEC 17024, which is the certification of personnel. And these are global recognitions. Once KITI trains welders here at KITI because they have the equipment, they have the expertise in terms of teachers, the training, the trainers. Then Kenya Bureau of Standards, we have the recognition in terms of accreditation to these 2 international standards.
Kates kwaror kole wendi konyumnyumi nyorunetab boisionik en emotinwekab sang ak en emoni kosubkei ak chamchinonoton bo KEBS anan certification.
What does this mean for the student? It means that the students who are certified have recognition for competence to welding, and they can this recognition is acceptable globally, such that they can be able to be engaged not just within the country but even outside the country. This is very important because our welders who are trained within the country can get jobs out of the country. They can also get jobs within the country. And for us as Kenya, because of the kind of projects that we are doing, we are currently, we've already currently installed SGR. We are looking at the expansion.
Karob eun ngalalanoton nebo ngecheret en board nebo National Standard Council, Chris Wamalwa.
And that's why world all over kuna kitu inaitwa standards. So ukifika ile kiwango ya hiyo standards, kama ni welder wa hapa, hata uende Uganda, uende America, utakuwa recognized ya kwamba you are accredited, tunaweza kuwa welder huko. Huo ndio umuhimu wa hiyo accreditation.
Kong'eten kaunti nebo Nakuru, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass. Kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Chitab Kalenjin ako yuto ko kakituch kayumetab logoiwekab emet chekakibun eng orititab tetutieng'ung nebo tililindo. Kainenyu ko Chesankaro Sirma ak kabarastaindet nekimite tuwai eng oretab kabarunet ko Naomi Cherotich ak director nenyu eng studio nebo aeng ko Keitany. Ko kakibwachit yuto akotestai ikere Kass TV kimnatet naet.
Revisha ushinde. Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings Account for a chance to win many prizes. KCB, for people, for better.